This is me, unadorned, no filters, no fancy clothes, talking about my practice. I started the daily yoga practice or the daily yoga forecast on Facebook as a group in order to inspire people to do their own practice of yoga and use my own experience of how I practice to teach people how to build their practice. I try to make it as authentic and varied as my own practices. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the heart center or the emotional center. So in many types of yoga, they actually do talk about opening the heart center. And when we do, oftentimes we'll just project forward like this in a very egoistic, forward-moving, fast, aggressive way. And in fact, my experience of this heart opening is something that's much more scary and vulnerable and reflective. I just want to show you in my pose my experience of the heart center. So here, I have a drop in my chest, actually a habitual pattern drop in my chest, like this. And when I go into that habitual drop of my chest that comes from here, there's something dragging and pulling me down. I go into a state of sorrow. Now, I could attach that to many other things, but I'm going to choose not to attach it to anything and just observe that feeling of sorrow. And instead of running away from it, I'm accepting it as that is a state that I have felt in the past. It's not necessarily a state that I have to feel in the future. So if I'm able to lift from here, from the same place, I'm grounding down through my tailbone. I'm sitting in a Bharadvajasana, actually asymmetrical pose for this, interestingly enough. If I'm able to ground through my tailbone, through my hips into the floor, and then at the same simultaneously and raise and lift from here, straight up towards the ceiling, then this area becomes open and wide. Now, my experience when I first do that is actually a little bit scary and fearful. It's not this ecstatic feeling. And that may just have to do with my own experience of life, my fear of opening and being intimate to others, to life. But when I stay with that feeling and continue to have this open, I feel a wide open space, like the sky, open in my chest. Then the hardest part of this is keeping it open. So it gets open and I'm happy and vibrant and awake. And then something triggers me. And I go back into that fear state, almost automatically, because it's a habit. So it's catching myself, oh, this triggered me. Now, can I continue to keep this open? And feel exactly what's coming through. And feel it fully. Without allowing it to drag me back down. Without just shutting off. But being intimate with the feeling. So I hope that this practice will help you today. Namaste.